Okay. Is it a sin or wrong to date someone who is not a Christian, not a believer? Is that a sin? Is it wrong?
Well, I can tell you it's very foolish.
True.
I can tell you that. There was this visual aid that they gave when I was in youth group in the 90s. Okay, there was a lot wrong about youth group in the 90s. I will tell you that. A lot wrong.
Not to be argumentative.
Yeah. Okay, there was a lot right, but there was a lot wrong. But there was this one visual aid they used, and I will never forget it. The youth pastor had a girl stand on a chair, and then they had the guy. They said, okay, now try to pull the guy up onto the chair. And she couldn't do it,
that's good.
you know?
Right.
And then they had the guy say, okay, now pull her off the chair. And of course, it was super easy to pull her off the chair. And it's like, you have this vision in your mind that you're like, I'm gonna date this person, I'm gonna lead them to the Lord. And you know, I'm gonna hang out with these friends and I'm gonna lead them to the Lord. It is way easier for people to pull you down than it is to pull them up.
So good.
Okay?
That's so good.
Isn't that such a
That's
good
really
visual?
good.
And it's just like, once your heart is invested in a relationship, it's really hard to separate that emotion out from what your head is telling you. So just don't even mess with it. Don't even start down that path.
All right, who has something else for
and
me?
it comes with, not being unequally yoked. But I found a scripture. It's kind of hidden in the Old Testament, and it may or may not be a cuss word, but it is actually in the Bible. And it says in Deuteronomy, "Thou shalt not plow or be yoked with an ox and an ass together."
Wait.
An ox and an axe.
I was like, is plow
Right.
a curse word?
Okay, no. The
Boy Scouts, the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts that are with us just lost their badges.
Okay, so there's an
the
ox
can't be
and a
trail
donkey.
Okay.
The ox and the donkey carry
That's good,
different
that's
weights,
right,
so you
right,
cannot yoke them together. So
okay.
why would you, in your life, you have one shot, yoke yourself with an ass?
Oh, gosh, that was good. All right, I've got a scripture to intervene here. All right, we did.
That was a scripture.
Trail Life, you did not lose your badge. All right. All right, their Trail Life is with us today, which we are so thankful for, boys and girls. But 1 Corinthians says, bad company, the wrong kind of company, corrupts good morals. I think that's what they're trying to say here. Because, we get pulled aside, and how strong of a Christian are you? Now, I know I once dated an unbeliever, and I was very convicted because then the next day I went to Bible study, and the teacher happened to be talking about it. So can you take that person to church? Can you take that person around Christian friends? Can you take them around Christian family? Can you talk about Christian things? Can you lead them to the Lord? How strong are you? Because your own life can be hindered by someone who doesn't have the same moral aptitude.
Right. And the same strength. I love these analogies, but Amy's, which we all laughed, but here's the ox and here's the donkey. And the ox can carry a lot.
Yeah.
But the donkey's like, So you want to carry equal.
It makes it go in a circle
It
instead
does.
of a
That was
straight
so
line.
good, wherever you found that. Deuteronomy. What, do you have something for me, Flo?
Just this, because we're all talking about, which I think we did very well, talking about the carrying and the balancing of the weight and all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
what we didn't discuss is free will.
Okay.
So it doesn't
You're
matter how anointed I am, how called I am, how skillful I am. He that winneth souls is wise. Sometimes the wisdom is, am I planting, am I watering? Because only God can give the increase.
That's right.